I want to let everybody know out there that just a little while ago, my wife went to go get something from the other room, and what happened, honey? Tell me what happened. Let me lower this. This is important. I mean, this half of the broadcast goes. It's all over. Show's going down. But anyway, go ahead, honey.
I got up really quickly to go change because I got a stain on my shirt. I don't know, and I stepped wrong, and I twisted my knee. I twisted my left knee.
Yeah.
And I almost felt like I almost hit the floor, but I don't know.
So right
something's
now,
wrong.
well, something's wrong.
So I'm not getting up, and there's not going to be any dancing by me.
Well, I'll make sure I take care of that. My ankle's healing just fine. But I'm sorry to you, honey. I really am a little worried. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen after the show.
I'm scared. I'm just going to sit here and lay low.
Yeah, and lay low. All right, good. Let's hope everything will be fine. And you'll be in a good mood, right? Yeah, boy. All right, so let me get these off. Let me say hello tonight. So I am Mr. Poseidon. For those of you guys that have showed up to the show for the first time, listen to me. I just hit 2,000 subscribers. Thank you, Rick Hernandez, for that. We're very happy. Me and my wife, we worked, 19 years, 6 months to get there, but we did it. And with the help of all you guys, it's been a lot of fun along the way, something I would have never imagined when I started this. But going back to you guys that say hello to everybody. Danny D. Morales, what's going on? Bronx Surfcaster. Oscar, my man, what's going on? Catskill Outdoors, want to say big congratulations to your girlfriend. She caught a striper, a nice size striper. I know I saw that one on on YouTube. But do subscribe to this guy, Catskill Outdoors. And that's on Instagram. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for those pictures. I appreciate that. John Francisconi is signing in. You are the man. What's going on, Johnny? We're not giving up quite yet. They're coming back down, Johnny, any day now. Keep hunting every day, John. Trust me, they're coming. Ronnie M. Yo, yo, yo. Ronnie. Ronnie, winner of the second annual Mr. Poseidon Piermont Challenge. All proceeds going to the Piermont Police Department. We still have not gone by or set a date, but we will be very soon. Take pictures and everything with the check. I'm so happy that happened. All right, let's continue. Congratulations on that, Ronnie. You'll be getting your picture soon enough, buddy. Quality takes time, my brother. That's right. Richard Quilty, how you doing? And thank you for the 2K. Congrats. Stephanie Zanny. Congrats, Mr. and Mrs. P. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I appreciate you.
Wait, Zanny? I think that's...
And Mike.
That's Steven. That's
Steven?
Steven, not Stephanie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's Steven.
I can't see. My glasses don't even work
Even
right.
with the glasses.
Sorry, Steven. I'm really sorry. Anyway, Night Shift Fishing.
Thanks,
How are you? Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. Brooklyn Angler Fishing. What's going on, buddy? I don't want to miss people. All words past margin. How you doing, Brooklyn Angler Fishing? Yeah, boy, we're all going together. Kevin R. How you doing, buddy? And thank you for the donations. We do take donations on this channel. It's not like they keep us afloat, but they're keeping us afloat, right, honey? God almighty. Help us. Anyway, we're dying. No, we're not dying. Cheers, everybody. I'm so glad I'm on the show. I was looking forward to it today. Going to have a wonderful guest on. Just a few more minutes, and we'll get to that. But I want to tell you guys a few more things. This week I had a gentleman by the name of, all I know is his name is Drunky Lures. Now, I think this is pretty cool. I'm going to put on the overhead camera here, but this is what he sent me this week. And I got these little 2 pouches, too, and this little button I'm wearing right here. Drunky Lures right there. Thanks for that, man. I appreciate you. And I'm going to show you guys. Let me get on the overhead. Is the overhead down? No, it isn't, but I'll get there right now. In the meantime, you get to see a nice big gut. All right. Anyhow, that's another story. Life is good, man. This is America. Stop it. Okay, here we go. Stop nothing. Drunky Lures, there he is. Sent me a couple of stickers. I also got a beautiful spook right here. Nice. Beautiful. The blue, white, looks like the ocean. This is going to sink right in. They won't even see this. What are you doing to me? This is great, man. I appreciate you. We'll be giving one of these out. And you got like a metal lip here. And basically it's got a small little treble hook on the end. Nice size, though. Nice thickness. This is great for blues. I mean, the actual spotted blood that you see here is real blood. It's real blues blood. Let's go. No, it's not. It's just a paint job. Good job, buddy. I appreciate you sending me these products. We'll be giving out one of these today by Drunkie's Lures. It's a pretty cool name, right, honey? Look at how he did this one.
Yeah, it's different.
But the Budweiser thing kills them a little bit because they went woke. I don't like you anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so kidding, drunkies. Don't worry about it. Let's say, honey, you got to keep an eye on the screen. And when somebody like Ronnie M makes a final, you got to say something. What are you going to say? Go ahead.
Thank you, Ronnie. No, I typed it.
Oh, you did? You could say, you can interrupt me. Hey, Ronnie, thank you so much for that, buddy. Okay. We appreciate you. Cheers, Ronnie. You're getting that thing, buddy. You'll be so satisfied with that. Runner champ. Let's try and defeat him next year. Good luck with that. Yeah, boy. All right. So let's continue. Let's talk about fishing a little bit right now. We talked enough of the junk already, right, honey? Montauk Surfcasters, the association. Mr. Bill Jacob, he is the man out there. Don't you forget, coming up in November, we're going, Luke Chesnick. Thank you so much, man. Thanks, Luke. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate donations on this channel. Outcast. How you doing, Outcast? I did it, buddy. I brought a cap. It's a pop-up camp. Check them out. Tune M1. And that's for Outcast. Tune M1.
T-U-N-E?
I'll be joining Outcast, honey. You know Outcast, remember? Remember, he made the personal donation last year. You're a good guy, and I can't wait to fish with you this year, my brother. Danny DeMorales is out. There's Bill Jacob. Hello from Eastern Long Island. My man, Bill Jacob. Bill, I got everything. I'm ready to go this year. I'll be joining you down in, I can't wait, North Bar. Be parked right next year, and I'll have my own little place to sleep in. Nothing like yours. Bill lives in a castle. He drives around with the castle on his truck. Listen to me. He drives around with a castle on his truck. He's got a beautiful camper, bro. Let me tell you right now. And if you try any funny stuff, that camper is loaded with all kinds of Army officialized things. Let's call it that. Don't mess around. Anyway, I'm kidding, guys. I love you all. Listen, fishing has been great. In the Hudson, it's like completely dead in Piermont. I don't know what you're doing on your side, Oscar, but if you can relay a message to the guys right now, and that's around the Tarrytown area, don't go to Tarrytown fishing now. You're not going to catch any fish. But, and no, in Piermont, it's really not doing much. It's a striper here, striper there. They're still up north, but we're waiting for that final push down because it was one of those years I caught it. I caught when they were coming down. They happened to be in our area there. It was a great year. John Francisconi remembers that year. That was the year Mark got the 32-pounder. That's right.
Dead, Oscar says.
Dead, I know it is. We're hoping. It says, see, Catskill Outdoors. There he is right there. The kid's up there. He fishes up there. He's near Troy, New York. He fishes all those spots, including with the boat and offshore. And he's always telling me, and it's still hot up there because you were saying that if you check his site out, you'll see, excuse me, guys. This is where the pineapple says, excuse me. But up there, they're still catching fish. That's where they are right now. But they'll soon be coming down if they're not heading down right now. As far as the oceans in Long Island, my reports that I'm getting, everybody's killing the blues, as you guys see. On Instagram, if you're following, everybody's getting blues left to right. And what kind of lures are you getting on blues? Are you getting the blues on? Anything. Anything. A kitchen sink with a sharp edge will get a bluefish. Kitchen sink is good. We'll go for the kitchen sink before the bluefish, right, honey? How you doing, honey? How's everything over there? It's a beautiful thing?
Okay.
I love this. What do you mean it's okay?
I don't know. I don't really know. If I try to put weight on it,
Yeah,
I
tell
think
me.
that's when
The issues start to occur.
yeah.
All right, so let's continue with the show. Anything else that I want to mention? Anybody else? I always forget sometimes, you know? Anybody else? Anything? Do you remember anybody? Okay, anyway, that's it, guys. So let's go to our guest tonight. Tonight we have Todd Corayer. He's from Rhode Island. We both were initiated at the Rhode Island Surfcasters Club a couple of months ago at the awards show, and we both got initiated there as honorary members. So did my wife, right, honey? You have it?
Yes.
You have our little things here? Where are they?
The plaques? Oh, they're in the other room.
They're in the other room. Okay.
Don't
Trying to
ask me
make
get
room. I'm filling up in here. And it's only been 19 years. But anyway. So listen, guys, it's been great. And I want to get right to our guests. And that's Todd Corayer. That's the fish rap writer. He actually can write, this gentleman. He writes books. And he's got some great fish stories. Some of them are, what was that thing we used? I have it up on the board there.
Well, his little card does say accurate fish reports, truthful-ish stories.
Yeah, there you go.
And the occasional lie.
There you go.
So there you go.
There you go, guys. All right, so let's say hello to Todd. Todd, what's up, buddy?
Hello,
Let's get him
Todd.
on. How you doing, Todd?
Hello.
What's going on, buddy?
How are you? Nice to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you, Todd. We've seen each other quite a few times today, but it's nice to see you now that we're actually here and we have landed, my brother.
There was a lot of trials and tribulations to make this happen today.
Absolutely, but it did work, and I think that you did an exceptionally nice job on your side. Very clear. Beautiful background. Can you tell us a little bit about that background? So you like golf, I see. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, huge fan. Yes, huge fan. This is where I get to, sneak out of the house and work on the reels and lures and whatnot, and give the wife a break from fish stories. So hiding out in the garage tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's nice. I like having my own space. Obviously, if everybody knows, this is my space, right, honey?
This is your
I'm always
cave.
up here. I'm doing my editing here. I'm doing everything here. And I enjoy it very much, just like you do, right, Todd?
Yeah, and I got my plaque up from the Narragansett Surfcasters, just like you.
Yep.
Lovely wife.
Yes,
I was
thank you.
very honored. That was a tremendous honor.
Yeah, that was a tremendous honor. I was very happy that night. Wonderful time. The food was great. The guys in Rhode Island are special people. You know, I'm going to tell that story a little bit quick. When I told you that I recently had to buy another truck, my other truck was not just holding down what I wanted to hold down, and it ended up being that I bought it in Rhode Island because that's where it was available. And again, not because I bought a vehicle there, but because the bond that I have with Rhode Island and the bond I have with the fishermen, especially from the Narragansett Surfcasters Club, just a bunch of terrific guys and a bunch of big-time fishermen. You know, I would put them up in the high-class guys as far as when it comes to fishing. And Todd, obviously, you are included in that. And would you like to tell us a little bit about your fishing, how it started? Because I'm going to ask you questions later about, your writing, but we'll hold off on that. We'll start off on the fishing a little bit. How did this whole fishing thing start, Todd? And I'm talking going back.
Oh, geez, I don't know if it's all how far back I want to go. I was very fortunate as a very young person, child. Basically, I spent my summers on Block Island, and back in the day before things got crazy, you get up in the morning, your mother would throw you out of the house and tell you not to be home until it was dark. I don't think we had any street lights, so I think it was just come home when it's dark. But I was very lucky to go fishing as a young kid. I think my first striper came when I was maybe, 5 years old or something. I was just a little kid with periwinkles, fishing for periwinkles. I think I just got lucky. Some fish came through Old Harbor, but I from that point, once you catch a fish as a little kid and you get that experience in a beautiful place like the island back in the early 70s, then
right. No, I hear you. I hear you, Todd, when you say that. Once you get that feeling, and just like me, you, and everybody else out there, definitely you are 100% right. You got that hit. You started fishing, and you continued fishing through your life, which pretty much brings you to today. So I know now your fishing has expanded a little bit. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. When I got a little older on the island, I started commercial fishing. Learned a lot. Did some long lining for swordfish and tuna. Did a lot of cod fishing before I realized what the state of the cod fishery would be in a few years. And I still carry a little guilt for the amount of fish that we caught back then, but I don't know that we really knew how bad that cod fishery would be. I did a lot of lobstering, spent years on lobster boats, working with a guy named Gary Hall, a great guy, and John Swenton out of the island, inshore and offshore lobstering. That was it's repetitious, but it's a lot of fun. So After that, I moved out west for a while, but even still in California, would take a day and go down to Mexico, cross over the border in San Ysidro, and go down into south of Mexico, south of Tijuana, and fish from the beach. There's really not much down there, so you just go by road numbers, by kilometers, and you just pull off the beach and run down and go fish for a couple hours and get your butt back to the States before it got dark.
Yeah, I get that part. That's for sure. But tell me a little bit about Tijuana over there in fishing and what type of fish you were going for, because that interests me.
Well, I went there with no experience because there's not, like I said, I don't speak Spanish, and there's not a lot of, at that point, there were not a lot of people down there. So you really just found a place to pull over, and you went down the beach. You were just fishing, 10-foot rods, just big surf casters. And I brought mostly striper plugs, being an East Coast guy. But the fish were, they've got some decent sized fish there, but it wasn't always great because we didn't have any local knowledge.
Right.
But I mean, you cross the border, you go down there and you drink some tequila and stop on the way back. And there was a few spots along the way home where you could, I suppose you couldn't do it anymore, but you could pull into someone's house and for, $5 or $6 or something, you could have dinner with them in their house.
Wow.
They weren't really restaurants. There was always some wine or some tequila or something. You just went in and you had dinner and you did the best you could with your conversation. And you went on your way, which was
pretty cool.
Pretty special.
Yeah, it is. You know what? I don't want to say pretty cool. I like that. It is pretty special, to have that, to see other people. I guess you saw, families, and you ate with those families. And, for the $5-6 they got, that was appreciative, too, from their end of it, too.
Sure.
I know they were happy. So that's a good thing. But I will tell you one thing about you said you got your butts out of there before nightfall hit. Well, I really like fishing at night, and I will be fishing at night. But the only difference will be I'm bringing my wife because she speaks Spanish, and I'm bringing Danny Morales because he's going to protect both of us. So this way we'll be just fine right there. Danny, my man, thank you so much. So tell me, so you fish down there. Now, as far as, have you gone in the Caribbean at all?
No, I fished in the Bahamas. I had a disastrous bone fishing experience down there where the guide told me there's storms coming through and probably shouldn't go, but it was my one chance to go. So I got overruled, threw some hundreds down and overruled the captain. And about 3 hours later, I was hitchhiking my ass back across the Bahamas because he ditched me somewhere else because it got so bad so fast. But down there, it's a lot of jacks, a lot of jacks down there. And plus the water is crystal clear. So it's, it's amazing fishing.
Oh, so nice. I want to catch a jack one day. It's on my bucket list, and that's a fact. But I also want to mention Bruce Bain, the Mattatucket surf rat. Well, say it, honey, say it.
Matunuck.
The Matunuck
surf rat.
The Matunuck surf rat. Hey, everyone, the crew is all here. Lots of fish showed up in Rhodey this weekend.
Oh.
Awesome news. We're all coming, and when everybody starts complaining why are there so many fishermen here, and I'm going to say it right, the Matunuck surf rat. You can blame him. Thank you so much, Bruce. You are a wonderful cat. Appreciate you. And also the president of the Narragansett Surfcasters Club. So going back to my man, Todd. Todd, there's so much more to ask. So basically you're up here, and I see a lot that you're getting out on your kayak.
Yeah.
How did this start?
Over the years,
that photo.
I've had a few boats over the years and some center consoles and stuff a little bigger, but the kayak, a guy named Jerry Sparks got me into the kayak, and it's really, especially now with a lot of people around,
Sure.
it's really easy to just slip the boat in someplace and you can sneak up on fish. Last weekend I was in a local spot here and made about a dozen casts west, and I didn't see anything. And I put the paddle in to turn around, and there was 3 bass right next to me. I never even saw until I turned. The kayak gives you that like up close.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely.
And you can be quiet. It's brilliant for largemouth fishing or smallmouth fishing up north. You can just creep along the corners and under trees and not make any noise.
That's pretty cool, man. I enjoy watching the videos. Now, me, as far as a kayak, my wife remembers about 5 years ago when these things were first starting to really kick up on the market. I wanted one bad. And I was looking into it, and I was ready to go out and venture. Buy everything, the fish find. I was so excited. But, Todd, I wanted to be able to go out to the ocean. That was the only way I was going to do it. Yeah, I can get into back bays and stuff, but I want to be on the ocean because if I go about a mile out, I can catch some tuna out there. I think it's the bluefin tuna, or no, I think it's the yellowfin tuna, which is about a mile out. And you can get some of those fish, and some of those will give you a ride. And I watched them on YouTube, but here's what got me, Todd. There's sharks out there, and if you're going to catch a fish like that and you're reeling it in, I'm not saying there's a great chance it's going to happen, but I saw the videos how just sharks just come up on you at that last minute. They're pulling in the fish, or they're pulling in half fish, bit off. Right. So that's what kind of turned me off a little bit. I don't want to say I'm a chicken, but I'm a very big chicken. I am. Carl Gramley. Hello, Mr. and Miss B. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. If you're anybody out there, if you haven't joined the channel, join the channel. I got a lot of stuff going on here. We're going to have a wonderful giveaway that Todd sent me in the mail. I'm going to show you this side, not this side. Wait. I'm going to show you this side. And okay, now. Yeah, talk to me now. Oh, you had the picture up? Oh yeah, we had the picture up of you in the canoe, Todd, showing.
Lucky you.
And we'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to get back to that picture because I want to show everybody something that we're going to talk about. You know what it is. The one. Hi guys, how you doing, Beth? Thank you so much for joining. That's a Surfcasters girl, and I'm not going to say it's Rick Hernandez either. Anyhow, welcome everybody to the show. If you're not a subscriber here, please subscribe. It's a great time. I run 2 challenges a year, the Montauk one being the big one. It's a 3-day challenge. It's happening this year, 19, 20, and 21st. Going to be a great time. I mean, really a great time. It's not just about fishing. It's about everybody getting together and meeting the people that you see right here. And it's just a wonderful time. It was a great time last year. Prizes, the whole works. First prize was $2,000. That's right, $2,000 cash. We also had prizes at the restaurant on Saturday night, which the same thing is going to happen. We had a Van Stall giveaway there. Wonderful, wonderful time. Bunch of great prizes. And my wife is like, stop with the Van Stall already. I'm sorry. People want to hear that. Oh, my goodness. Let's get back to Todd before she kills me. But anyway, Todd.
Bruce is saying, ask Todd about the secret lure. Al's goldfish.
Nice. Let's hear it, Todd.
We have one. Do we have one around here? Yeah, we got.
Oh, good one, Bruce.
What's?
This is your chance to catch one of the biggest stripers in the Atlantic Ocean. Listen up. Todd, take it away.
Well, this one's a little tired. This one's a little rusty, but this is a lure that we created with the Al's Goldfish Lure Company up in Maine. And it's a spoon. We've got 2 different sizes, 2 different weights.
I want you to take that and move it to your left. Left.
How's that?
Attaboy. Right there's right in the middle.
Oh, my other left. Right.
No. Yes, there you go.
So the whole principle was, we wanted to look like a Menhaden. And this is all American made. One of the best things about this lure is it's all American made. Mostly Rhode Island and Massachusetts, and it's all put together in Maine. So it's pretty cool. It's got a VMC hook, and it's meant to be tied directly. And this swims just like a Menhaden. It's got that classic Al's Goldfish side to side that Al made famous for catching trout. So we took that design and we picked out some new colors, and we have an inshore and an offshore model. But this is really I appreciate Bruce for bringing that up. This has really been a very successful lure for us.
I'm sorry. I have to fix something, Todd. It's done. It's fixed. There was a little noise going on, Okay. My wife had to get up on her bad knee and fix it. So far, for me, that's good news after the show, man. No bad moods after that. If you're getting better after a tragic injury. Tragic, and I mean, it was tragic. It was loud when she fell. She didn't actually fall, but I got scared. When
We don't want that.
Is that me or you, Todd?
I hate to say this, but that is my Nimrod neighbor.
Oh, that's his landscaping.
Leaf blower for about 95 minutes.
Oh.
That's all right, because now my wife doesn't have to look at me with those devil eyes. Like, fix it. I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine.
I have shut the windows and closed the door in hopes that he would go away, and he has not gone away.
Yeah. We have one of those neighbors, and he recently sold his house. I'm very happy. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, so, Todd, tell me some more about your fishing, maybe some surf fishing. Most of us on here. What's up, Tony? Go ahead, buddy.
Sure. I mean, I'm lucky that I got to grow up for a portion anyway on Block Island where guys like Dennis Zambrata were out there. You know, the big surf casters. I wasn't part of that late 80s when the fishing was really, really hot out there. You know, I was in school, so I didn't get to take in much of that. But later on, I was very fortunate to spend a lot of time on the southwest side of the island, down by Black Rock, down by Southeast Light, and catch really, really big migrating stripers. When it's changed now, but you know, the migration north and then the fall migration south, they always went to the island, and the fishing was always red hot. And a lot of lures got developed out there, you know, the pencil poppers, and a lot of squid imitations, a lot of big bombers got invented and used out there. So I'm lucky to have caught a lot of fish in a lot of conditions right out there at Southwest Point. It was a special time for sure.
Yeah, I hear that. That's for sure. Also, I want to wait. Has he stopped? Sounds like he stopped. Sounds good. Oh no, he's still going. That's all right. That's all right. So, do you do anything like any challenges or any derbies or anything like that where you, you know, kids or anything like that?
So I help out with the Rhode Island Saltwater Anglers Association. They do some kids' days. I have not done a kids' day, but I help out with the Narragansett Surf Catchers when I can. They're very good with the young kids and young anglers. They are a very generous organization, which is one of the reasons I've been so lucky to write about them for several years.
Right.
I don't, you know, I give when I can. Sometimes my donation or my assistance is writing the story. So I'll go to stuff and I'll participate if I can. And if I can't be there, then I'll go and I'll write the story later, or get on the front end and try to promote the different activities like the surf casters or the saltwater anglers do. You know, that's, you know, like Trout Unlimited. I try to get it in advance of Trout Unlimited events, and then I can try to support them that way.
Well, that's good. That's good. I do one of my challenges, you know, donations to the PAL, the Piedmont Police Department, which is they fund kids who don't have anything. You know, it gets them some sports equipment and gets them to join on the fun. Let's put it that way, so they can enjoy too. And I believe in that. I believe in kids, man. No matter what the age of a kid is, I believe in the kid.
Sure.
Okay? Right, honey? You believe in me?
I do believe in
Yeah, that's right.
Hey,
That's right. Go ahead.
we have Joe Pinto says, ask Todd about his favorite lures and color over on Block Island.
Good. Well, I don't know what I have. I think, well, plastics, you know, plastics really, the soft plastics really started to come in as I was moving off the island. Most of them were big, heavy plugs, big Dannies. I got a wall of surf plugs over there. I'm trying to see I love those needlefish, the green needlefish before the sun went down, and black needlefish. Of course, those were just killers back then. I have taken to removing some of the lures I use now. I do take off the treble hooks. I try to fish only singles now, just for the damage and the ease of release. And, you know, we focus a lot more now on catch and release. So I try to, anything I use has definitely got a single hook when I can. And one of my favorite lures, I don't know if I have one back, I have to say probably the most inventive lure. I don't know if that's pretty poor English for a guy that writes for a living, but one of the best new lures I've ever seen as far as total design is the Shimano Splash Walk.
Oh, nice.
I cut the back hooks. I cut the back trebles. I cut them back so that the barbs are gone, because it's a pretty big lure. And if you get a good sized fish, you know, you catch them in the mouth, but then the back hook tends to go back in the gill plate or back in the stomach and kind of tears them up. So I cut the back hooks back, cut those barbs off. But this, I don't know if you've ever used one. It needs a little bit of chop, works better with just a little bit of chop in the water. And man, it just has this unbelievable action of the old walk the dog style.
Yes. But
this has got a little bit of a rear weight. So it actually sits at an angle. So when you stop, its nose just pokes up. And then when you reel, it goes back and forth in a cadence, and then you stop again and let it sit. And a lot of times the bass will just absolutely destroy it in motion stop for that 1 second.
Yeah, hit it on the stopper. It depends, you know. I don't think anybody in the world will ever figure out what they want at what time. But that's why a lot of times many fishermen say you try everything, try everything without a doubt. And then hopefully one of those things that you'll try, they'll hit it more than what else you tried, and you'll get them on that day. But this is all, it's all about the grind. It's everything about the grind and changing and being not lazy and taking out one by one by your bag and throwing your bag in the ocean and ripping your waders off and just quitting and stopping. And I've had it. I'm done. Cheers, everybody. I'm never done.
To answer that question, the big Ron Z's now on the island, they didn't have these when I was a kid on the island, but these big Ron Z's are absolutely killer out there. I mean, you put they got a couple different weights for the jig head size. These things are just. I was out there last summer with some people on Southwest Ledge in a boat, not from the beach, but in a boat, which, I mean, you're in the same area. And we were catching black sea bass. We were catching everything that was in there.
Wow.
The bluefish bass, they were hitting these Ron Z's.
Sure. I'm a big believer of plastics, especially in the winter where I fish. It really, those are my number one lures. I'm going to mention also Zinger baits. That's who I like to use. I know the ones you're using are also a great company. I know a lot of the guys in Rhode Island that use that product. But always remember, guys, what you believe in, use that and stick by it. Don't be afraid. Just because somebody else comes along and says, I'm going to use this, use what you believe in. If it's working, keep using it. And have a good time catching stripers. Okay, so back to Todd. Now, Todd, I'm going to shift off of the fishing a little bit, and I want to ask you questions. Now, guys, if you don't know, Todd is a writer. To become a writer, your English has to be stupendous. I mean, I can write stuff, and I'll go over that paragraph. And this is a true story, Todd. I'll go over that. You'll understand what I'm saying. I'll go over it until I feel it's perfect, and there's no corrections to be made. And then I'll say, honey, read this. And when my wife is done with it, it looks worse than a fourth grade teacher with all the red on it. And she loves correcting me, so she looks for it. But it used to be worse before. She couldn't even read it. At least now she can read it, so she can correct it, which is good. But my wife, no, she's helped me out. You've helped me out a lot with that. Over the years, my
writing, English,
my composition.
Spelling.
Yeah, well, let's not talk. You know, you're not. My math is good, though, isn't that? It's stupendous. Excellent. Watch this. Ready? 2 + 2. 5. Excuse me, 4. Anyway. So going back to the writing, Todd. So Todd is a writer.
Kill me.
You wrote, Todd. You wrote a book recently about two brothers. I did read a piece of it, Todd, and it wasn't that I was bored or anything. Honey, do I read books? I'm so bad.
No, you're so bad.
Wait,
at reading,
I'm so bad.
Can we back up a step? Can we back up one step?
Yes.
You just said you wrote a book.
Yeah.
I didn't really read all of it, and it was only because I was bored.
No. I didn't
that?
say that. I didn't say I was only because I was bored. I said it's not
You
because.
only read a piece.
Yeah, I only read a piece. And it wasn't because I was bored. It's what I'm trying to explain, and I'm being truthful. If I really loved reading books that much, I always say I could have been a doctor or a lawyer. But the thing that I like reading, I like getting into magazines, like comic books. They're so good, Todd. Oh, no, I'm kidding. But I did. That's how I started first reading, was comic books. And you know, I worked my way over to reading some English. What were some of those English books that we had to read that were the boringest books in the world? Catcher in the Rye. I read it, but I was like, it was tough to read it for me.
Reading wasn't your thing.
Reading wasn't my thing. So going back to you, Todd, I did read a piece of it, and I liked it. I liked what I read with the two brothers and the shirts and putting it in the drawer, and my mother would know, catch me because it was wrinkled.
That was only the first 2 pages.
Yeah, that was.
That's as far as you made it. The first 2 pages.
That's where I think that's where I got up to, right, honey? Okay, give me credit,
if
Todd.
I'm gonna get you,
Let's
the
go
only
to.
way I'm going to get you to read a book from me is that I'm going to have to put a lot of pictures in it.
Exactly.
Okay.
See, my wife's laughing at me right now because you're so right. You know, I would have been like, honey, look at these two brothers. Isn't this cool? Anyway.
It's a fun story. It's a free download. It's on my website, fishrapwriter.com. It's a free download. It's
nice.
meant for kids, young adults, but it's set right here in the salt pond. And it is based on 2 young brothers who I have fished with on a few occasions.
So cool.
They nice kids. They unfortunately lost their father overseas fighting for our country, and they go fishing with their grandfather. And I've been very fortunate to write a couple stories about them. So I
Oh.
took some of our epic adventures and turned them into a kid's book, which is free. So
That's
it's
so nice,
it's a tribute
Todd.
to the Simpson family.
You
Okay.
got me on that one, and I only read 2 pages.
Ah.
This could be
Nice
really good, Todd. You're like the
Nice job.
TV,
Thanks, man.
Todd. You're
Thanks a
like
lot.
the TV for me because you explained it. You explained it so nice. You really did, and you got me a little bit on that. And yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have people like you around. I know Bruce Payne. He consistently compliments you and what you've done. I think it's for the NSA. Am I right? Am I saying that right, Todd?
Narragansett Surfcasters. Yep.
Yeah.
See,
That-
one thing, I guess, one way I look at it is, like, everybody that's watching your show, all the guys that you fish with and the women you fish with, all these people, everybody has their groups, their crews, their communities, and they're lucky to be fishing or hanging out or drinking a few beers with the people that they love to be with. I get, in many occasions, I get to join these people for a little while and kind of take a snapshot, and I get to meet these people, and then I get to write something about it. So, I mean, everybody likes most people like a little press. I don't give away secret spots, that kind of thing.
Right.
But I get to look down on some of these communities, and I get to tell their stories, or, pieces of their stories. I mean, it's a total honor. It's a total privilege. That's why I love the Surfcasters so much. And, Trout Unlimited and the Narragansett, the Rhode Island Saltwater Anglers, they're just good people. And then, I get to meet people. And if it works and I can write about them, it's an honor. It's a total honor.
Wow. That's really cool. I could give you a book to write, but it's going to go in the rated R section. I'm sorry, Tom. It's the truth, There's a lot of bad stories behind those good ones, buddy. But just like they say, behind every good man, there's a better woman. And in my case, that's a fact. No doubt about it.
You know what else has happened the last couple of years as Fish Wrap has grown? Just for the sake of clarity, I got hired to write fish reports, but my newspaper that I got the job with is about 7 or 8 days in advance. So this, I can tell you where the bluefish are today. Maybe they're in Quaney Pond or they're down at the Charlestown Breachway or something, but that may not be true 5 or 6 days from now. And I just look like a dope, and I can do that on my own. I don't need to be in the paper to look like a dope. So Fish Wrap became it became an opportunity to tell people stories. And then, unfortunately, over the years, we've written an awful lot of obituaries. And I take it as a sort of a sideways compliment, but I've had several people ask me to write their obituary. And I always say, well, don't give me a date. I don't want to know when I have to write this.
Oh.
Yeah. I hear that, Todd. Oh,
but
no.
It gives you we've had some people over in Jamestown get swept off the rocks, and we've had some boats go down. We've had some commercial guys get lost and not come back, and just some boat owners, and that gives me a chance to give a little closure to the families that might not necessarily want to broadcast something tragic, but it gives me a little chance to introduce. And unfortunately, it's a day late. You'll get to meet somebody, like Mike Doyle, who owned a couple commercial boats in town. He passed away quickly, and I am fortunate to provide a window into those people's lives, or a little piece of it anyway.
I see.
And that's an honor.
I can imagine it is an honor, Todd. Man, it's an honor to have you on my show, dude. I'm so happy right now.
Come on.
No, I really am, because I remember our last show. It started out good. We had a little technical problems that night. But I want to get something a little better. You did something nice during the week, so you sent me over a nice package for me, Todd, which was really nice. Honey, how come they're not working, those cameras on here?
What's that?
The side ones.
No, they're on.
But why aren't they working on here?
Let me see. Let me try this button here.
Yeah.
Oh.
You see how it's empty?
I don't know. I have to turn
See
it
if
off
you could
and turn
do
it
that.
back on again.
All right, so Todd got this, sent me for giveaways. I'm going to rip it open right now. All right, so here we go. Pull these things out one at a time. It says Mr. Poseidon with a card in there. You know what? We'll save that one for last. Hopefully there won't be any funny stuff said in there, Todd, please.
No, there's no snakes in there or anything.
Oh, so what do I got? What do I got? This is awesome. Here we go. I got an Al's Golds. There it is. I'm going to be using this, Todd. No doubt about it. I won't be using this, but I'll use this as a giveaway. Let me see here what we got. What else do we got here? It's good stuff. Pull this out. A lot of good stuff in here. I'll get through the napkins. Don't worry, Todd. Yeah. So I will be using one of those owl goldfish because now I have two, and I'm not giving away two owl goldfish because I don't have one. Thank you for that, Todd. You're a gentleman. Wait, there's more. Well, might be giving out one more goldfish, as a matter of fact, but we got something else in that bag. There's another owl's goldfish. Thank you so much for that. And let's get out the final. Feel something else in there. This one's good. This one's really ready, guys. That's right. We got another owl's goldfish. So,
what a surprise.
You know what? It's really cool is that I'm not going to give somebody two of these, but tonight I'm keeping one for myself. But tonight, you want to do 3 giveaways, honey? How do you feel about that? Huh? Okay, so we'll do. Yeah. Yeah, so anybody who didn't receive their gifts from the last 19 years, we've gotten to them. We've got them wrapped. Oski, I know Oski hasn't received this. How you doing, Jason? Jason Palmetier, my man up in Massachusetts. They're very close to you, Jason, or they're finally arriving. I could tell you that. Rhode Island's jumping for joy over there. Talk to Bruce. That's right, this Booth crew. All right, so going back, we're going to do the Al's Goldfish tonight. My wife, what do you mean? Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll split these up, Todd. My wife is going like this. I mean, my wife goes like this. Like this.
What does everybody
like this.
Full stop.
That means that I got to do one giveaway. But what we'll do here, and I want you to put up a thing here. Let me get the overhead again. So on the overhead, we had Drunky Lures tonight. So I'm going to give you guys a choice right here on what you want the giveaway to be. No, the stickers don't count. I know you're going to vote for those first. But anyway, so we got a nice spoof here. You got 2 treble hooks on, one on the end, one in the middle. It looks like a really nice, beautiful color. I love the eyes, bro. They look like lizard eyes. Check out the eyes on that. I mean, that's pretty cool, right, honey? Look at that. Isn't that cool? Yeah. They look like lizard eyes. I love that. Good change on the eyes. Drunkies, where'd it go? You must have been a little drunky that night when you put these eyes on, huh? No, I'm kidding. I like that. And the other one is a drunkies. Looks like a metal lip here sort of type lure, which has got covered in that white with the red specks on it with a red eye. You got a single treble hook in the back. Just one treble hook. That's what I mean by that. And looks like good stuff. So you guys are going to vote on which one you're going to be, that's going to go along with Al's Goldfish from Todd Corayer on that one of his giveaways. But it said, here's Todd Croyer's card. I just took this out. I opened it. It said, Mr. Poseidon. And it says...
I hope I didn't write anything too mushy or something.
No. It says, thank you. I loved it when I saw you with your red, what is that? What is that? Let me get that straight. What are those underwears called, honey? The Fruit of the Looms. There you go. No. I loved when I saw you with the red fruit. No, I'm just kidding.
Poor Todd.
There's no much. Todd's holding his head. Okay, here we go, guys. A few fish wrap edition Al's Goldfish for you and your viewers. There you go, Todd. Thank you so much. See you in a few weeks. Can't wait. Todd, way to go. And he also put in some nice stickers for me. I'll be putting these up in my studio. His card I have, and I like your card, Todd. Very smooth on the touch, almost like a waxy kind of feel. Very nice. I like that.
Well, hey, thanks for noticing.
Yeah, without a doubt. Love it. I'm putting that right there because I wrote somebody's phone number on the other one, and it doesn't look good. Right, honey?
Yeah, give me that.
Yeah, I got it right here. I got the good one here. Sorry, Todd, about the first card. But I'm glad I got a new one from you. And thank you for the card. I'll put that up also. But, okay, so, honey, did you do the
what do you need?
50% more thing? They're going to vote on it right now.
You mean you're going to do a poll?
Yes, we're going to do a poll right now. Todd's right here. The poll.
What are the choices?
There is drunkies. Let's just put drunkies. And the choices are a blue spook, which I love to call spoofs. I was out with Joe Bejavenka, and I'm sorry to Joe Bejavenka again. Joe Bejavenka lost his wife a few weeks ago. I'm sorry, Joe. I spoke to him yesterday. We had a long conversation. I'm sorry. I had a long conversation with him on the phone. Great guy, great fisherman. He's alone right now. Yeah, he never had kids with his wife, and he's a great cat, and I know what he's going through right now. We had a real close conversation call yesterday. Really a good guy, and God bless you, Joe. No matter what you do, you will be a success in life, because you are.
Who doesn't know? Does everyone know maybe that his wife passed away?
Yeah, his wife passed away a few weeks ago, and I'm sorry to Joe. Young woman, beautiful woman. I'll leave it at that, and we'll continue on right now. So, honey, did you put it up?
So this is
You
Junkie's
broke.
Blue
No,
Lure?
you're right. You're supposed to write spook, but instead of spook, write spoof. Spoof. Because that's the way I say it. All right. So I was out with Joe Bejavenka fishing that night, and I started screaming spook, but it sounded like spoof on the echo because we were in like a concert area, and we were catching fish that night. It was great. And I started screaming spoof even louder, spoof then, and it's spoof. I mean, I have my own dictionary, guys. I have my own dictionary when it comes to fishing lures, right, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah, fishing lures. Okay. Drinky's Blue Spoof, and put a metal lip there.
Where?
Right on the bottom, on the next one. Drunky's metal lip. And everybody will definitely...
That's it?
Yeah. You guys are great, man.
Choose a giveaway.
Yeah, choose a giveaway. And go ahead, ask your community. And there you go. And now they ask. And there it is, guys. So vote in a few minutes. We'll take care of that. We'll get back to Todd, our main guest tonight. Our guest tonight, Todd. Not the main guest, the only guest. So, Todd, finishing up on the show slowly. We are heading into the hour.
8 o'clock hour.
And we're not rushing you at all here. I'm not rushing you at all, buddy. What would you like to say? Anything to finish off that I didn't mention that maybe you want to talk about a little bit?
Well, I did find that's what the backside of that splash walk. That's how I turn that. Just so guys, it still fishes the same, it still swims the same, it still does what it's supposed to do, but it's a lot safer on the fish. Obviously, the fish usually will hit at the head anyway.
Right on.
That's them from getting torn up. So just as an example.
It's a beautiful thing. A lot of us now, and a lot of the lure builders, and if there are any lure builders out there right now, just know a single hook in the back. If you want to definitely shave down the barb, shave it down. I don't care, because like Todd just said, if you're hunting for a striper, you can guarantee 99% of the time he's going to hit, or 95% of the time he's going to hit that middle hook. And if he doesn't, it's going to be usually a snag at that on the bottom end of it. But other than that, go ahead, Todd. Continue, man. Anything else you would like to say?
Well, I don't remember if I told you, but whoever takes the Al's goldfish home, it should be tied directly. You don't need a snap or a swivel or anything there. It should be tied directly. That the weight of the leader won't really affect it, but if you put too much metal in front of it, it tends to nosedive and it doesn't work the right way. So it really needs to be free, tied freely, and then it will swim the way it's supposed to swim. And it's kind of cool. This is American, all American made, and it's two people with a small company in southern Maine, right up where you were fishing when you were up in Agunquit there last year, and Wells, Saco, they're right there, and they're making them in their shop, and it's a pretty cool, very they're also amazing people, Jeff and Mandy, but it's cool to support an American-made small company too.
Definitely, without a doubt, that's a fact. And I was up there last year, and I did have a good time, and I'm planning on going back again this year, especially when rooms are only $7 a night over there. I'm just kidding. They're not that cheap, guys. They're not cheaper than Montauk, I will tell you that. But anyhow, I'm planning on being in Montauk in a few weeks, right, honey? We're going to be there the first week of June for a few nights, more than a few nights. Also, we're going to be joined by Rick Hernandez and his honey will be up there. Anybody want to come up, we'll be up there the first week. We're going to be doing some fishing, hanging out with the ladies that night, and making sure that the ladies are happy first, period. So other than that, continuing also, I want to say, guys, thank you very much for the Instagram. I've gotten 2,000, for YouTube, I've gotten 2,000 subscribers. It was a hard grind. We're still growing. Thank you very much. And that does trigger a giveaway, a fantastic giveaway. Stand by. You'll hear more about it now in the coming weeks. I'm going to be giving away a Van Stall. That's a VS 250 fake reel. That's right. Only here on the Poseidon Show. How do you like that? Huh? All right, so we'll be giving away a Van Stall 250. That's right, a VS 250 X Series 2. That's the Bayless model. I don't know what color yet, but it is coming in, and I order it. But only the beginning, Mike Kish says. Thank you so much. Nomad Damon. So we're going to be giving away that reel. I'll let you guys know on Instagram. You can follow me there for the latest, and you'll know when the giveaway is going to happen, so you can be on the show and get a shot at that giveaway. Don't miss out on that. All right, so how are we doing on the lures, honey?
Okay, so it's saying Drunky's Blue Spoof.
Wait, put them all up.
69%.
Put them all up. I want to see everything. I don't want to just see them. There you go. So we got Drunky's Blue Spoof at 69% and Jumpy's Inner Lip at 31%. So we're going to leave it at that. It's not close enough to call like and say you got 5 seconds. So Drunky's Blue Lip, let's take that away.
Drunky's Blue
I'm going to be using the metal lip. Thank you for that, Drunkies. I appreciate you. You're a good man. And I got his little pin right here on my shirt, if you're wondering what that is. I like his stuff, man. It's like, check it out. He's got like drunky lures with a like scary clown. It's, to me, it's scary, but I like it. So tonight's giveaway, guys, will be a Drunky's Lures. And we got that over, honey? There we go. A Drunky's Lures spoof. I love that lizard eye, dude. Way to go on that.
Oh, man. Thanks,
And
Joe.
for the next one, keep an eye out on Drunkies. See if you can put a single hook on those back ends of it. But hey, if you're using this for blues too, you definitely need that end hook. And we're going to be giving away an Al's Goldfish. We'll be giving away the other 2 Al's Goldfish in the weeks coming with the coming giveaways on that. This one is from Fish Wrap Writer, and this is the Fish Wrap Writer edition. This is a good lure. You just heard him earlier.
Nice.
You don't have to tie this up with anything on that, just your leader, straight to the leader, and it should work just fine. And like he said, pull it a little bit, watch it through the doggy wag there or paddle. And you know me with my own vocabulary here, but my own, you watch it through the wagon every once in a while, give it a stop. Sometimes they hit them on the stop, but looks like a lot of fun, this lure. I never used anything like this before, and I will be using it now in the coming months, especially in the month of June. Let's not forget about also Bill Wetzel, Surf Rats Ball. They got their competition. That's starting now on June 1st. Very important. I will be at the Shindig. That's happening sometime in July. I don't know the dates, but first prize is $1,000 cash and Van Stall Reel, along with a 10-foot fishing rod. I forgot the name of the, if anybody knows the name of the fishing rod, please put it up. But that's a great prize, great fun, and that's from all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast. Should be lots of fun. Last year's winner was Moran Saxatilis. Congratulations to him on last year's victory. Just a few days or a few nights before the contest was over. Caught that up there in Massachusetts. Massachusetts pride on that win. Bill Wetzel's competition is very well known, and it is a very big competition, prestigious competition. That's the way I feel. Some of the best fishermen, if not the best fishermen in the world, I will say that, because it is East Coast, West Coast, are in that competition. Trust me, join. You got to become a member at surfratsball.com. We'll leave a link at the bottom, honey. Is that all right?
For Surf Rats Ball?
Yeah, we'll leave a link for surfratsball.com. Also, Todd Corayer, both his YouTube channel.
It's on the screen.
And what's on the screen?
His Instagram?
Oh, yeah, his Instagram, of course.
Yeah.
You didn't let me finish. The Striper Hunt. ODM. Yes, you are right. It is an ODM rod. I heard the Llama Glass has the worst customer service. Yes,
Really?
they do. They do, Striper Hunt. They
That's
do. They're not that
terrible.
good. But ODM's service is pretty good there, without a doubt. Jason Palmatier, thank you so much. And to Joe Pinto. You guys are wonderful. Please, guys, see what they're doing. They do help us out. It's not like it's going to turn us into millionaires. By far that is not. But every little bit helps. And I always, I strive to give you guys the best. Without a doubt, the challenges I do, you will enjoy yourself. My challenges are not just about fishing. I'm going to add in a few more things this year, and you guys are going to be happy. Trust me. Trust me, because I always want to do the best for you guys. And now I have a new truck. I'm going to run everybody over. No, I'm not running anybody over. I'm not running anybody over. I don't have the truck yet either, but it's coming in a few weeks. I'm very happy. I'm going to be selling my rig. Everything goes with it. The drawers, the pull-out slider, the cap, the top, everything is going. The truck is in good running condition, is it not, honey?
Oh, yeah.
I thought there was a transmission problem. When I bought it,
No, there's nothing wrong.
right, and I'm an honest guy, so I'm telling you, I thought there was a transmission problem, but when I bought it to the guy, he says, no, your pistons are, your pistons, your,
Spark plug?
yeah, your spark, thank you, honey. My spark plugs are no good
That
on
was it.
cylinders 7 and 8. So he took them out and put them in, a whole new set, did the whole, whatever, oil change, the whole
all
thingy
good.
thing there. It's all good now.
Meanwhile,
It's ready to go.
we bought a whole new truck.
Meanwhile, I brought a whole new truck because thought the transmission couldn't handle it. do not ask God to make you be Mr. Poseidon in your next life. It will be the worst life you have ever lived. You will not be happy. There are a few moments of happiness when your wife says yes to you at the altar. You've tricked her. You got her. That's it. But after that, there's a lot of chores to do. Marriage is not an easy responsibility, guys. It's a hard responsibility. And what do I say that? You constantly have to work at it, especially when your wife does 90% of the work. It's great. But anyway, thank you so much.
Never
Let's go
went
back to
for
Todd again.
exaggeration.
I've been talking too much.
Right, Todd?
No, I want to go back to Todd. Todd's great. So Todd, again, going back to you. Anything else, family-wise? Anybody you want to say hello to? Anybody watching out there? I hope somebody's watching, Todd. Right?
Well, you're the one with all the followers.
No. You're the guy, Todd.
You're the famous
the
guy here. I just write about the famous people.
Look at, oh my goodness. Look, Brooklyn Fishers, thank you so much for that.
Thank you, guys.
James Flynn, you're another dynamite guy, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I really do, man. And I fight with my wife every single day.
Oh, my
Because
God,
if it
make
was
it
my
sound
wife's
horrible.
fault, if it was my wife's way, we would have 4 watchers tonight. There would be a giveaway once every 22 years. We wouldn't even have gotten to the first giveaway yet. Do you understand? But I love my wife. She does everything for me here on the live stream as far as technical. Without her, this wouldn't work because it's a difficult operation to run. We got 6 cameras and 2 of them aren't working. What are you doing tonight? This is life. This is marriage, and it's great. We're coming up on 25 years this year, right?
Oh, yes. September.
James Flynn, my man. Thank you. Brooklyn Fishers. These guys are just good people. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Don't be afraid to make like a $2 donation. I don't care. I don't care if you make a 50-cent donation. I'm freaking happy because that's who Mr. Poseidon is. Now, what my wife says after the show about you 50-cent donators, that's another thing I'm not going to say. But as far as me, I want you to know I'm happy. I'm freaking happy. Thank you. Okay, back to Todd.
Hey, Todd, so your fishing reports, where do we look for them? On Facebook or on your website?
So everything is on fishwrapwriter.com.
Okay.
And then, I obviously have an Instagram page. There's a Facebook page. So that basically most of the time it's 1 report a week. There's a new report every week. If you subscribe to, I ask that you subscribe, and you'll get it usually Thursday mornings, Thursday afternoon. You'll get it depending on how organized I am. And then for the local people around here, the Fish Wrap is in 8 newspapers throughout the state, from here to Massachusetts. So a lot of people still read the paper. It's kind of fun to open up and see what's going on.
Yeah, it really is, Todd. I missed that.
So,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, Fish Wrap it's mostly digital now, like everything else.
Sure.
I have a wonderful friend who runs my website who has cured me of all my vices and fixed all the problems and all the things I did wrong. Much like your lovely wife.
Yes.
She's definitely the brains of the outfit, especially with the website.
Yes.
She's amazing. Ann Perry, she's amazing. So, I think the website has done better.
Okay.
Now with a little more technology, we do a gear and gift guide 2 or 3 times a year. Sorry, I got messages coming in. We just did a spring gear guide, and the whole goal of that is to bring new products or products that have been kind of reinvented and show them to the readers. And it's clothing, boots, lures, rods. We have a new one coming out in about 3 weeks, but about the middle to end of June, and we're going to have some stuff from Grundon's.
Oh, nice.
With cool bags. There's also Ralph Kraft of Crafty One Customs. We're going to review one of his private label, the Ocean rods, which are absolutely gorgeous. Remember when you and I went to the Narragansett Surfcasters, we raffled off one of those. Remember that Ocean rod from Ralph Kraft?
That's right. That's right. Beautiful.
Yeah. So we're going to review one of those. I mean, his work is amazing. So that's it. It's a fairly easy review, but the whole point of the gear guide is to introduce people to new products and see what's out there. Stuff that we trust, stuff that I'd use. There's no kickback kind of thing. It's all stuff that I use and abuse. So.
I'm dying to say something. Earlier you messed, it's nice to open a paper and to actually see. Now, for somebody who's never done that in this age, I don't blame them. It's just that they weren't taught like that. It's a different age, and we have to respect that. But it really is. Todd, there's nothing more than I miss than getting on in the train in the morning. When I used to live in Queens, and I used to get up from my mom's house and go to the train and grab, every morning I'd stop at the newsstand and I'd pick up a paper. And then I'd sit down on the train, and I couldn't wait. I mean, I was a big sports guy back then. I couldn't wait to sit down. I'd have the sports, I'd have read the sports, both in the Post and the Daily News. By the time I got to work, I was a professional every day. I just loved reading the paper. And if there was any good stories in the first couple of pages, I'd probably read that too. Excuse me. Yeah.
Kind of like my book. You read 2 pages and that was it.
Yeah.
I got it. You know what? The other good,
Oh my
really good thing
goodness.
about the paper, the thing about the paper too is that there's still some charm with seeing your picture in the paper.
Yeah.
It's kind of old school. Now that everything's digital and everybody's a superstar and everybody's a creator, a content creator now. Yeah. There's something about the paper. The last couple of years I've met a lot of young kids fishing. A couple summers ago, Eric Gravelin, this young kid with his dad in a kayak, and they caught a big bluefish, and got him in the paper, and his family was excited. In fact, he was I had him on Fish Wrap maybe 2 weeks ago. The kid's killing it on the beach fishing with his dad. So I get to, you get to put somebody in the paper. Their grandmother sees it. The grandfather, the aunts and uncles
absolutely.
Paper. There's a young girl I met actually at one of the Crafty One Customs Todd tournaments last year.
Yeah.
Named Rosie, and that's the girl I talked to you about today that made that rod.
Right.
And
put that picture up.
I got to meet that girl with her dad. She's 8 years old. She's building fishing rods. She's teaching fly tying. She's catching tautog off the rocks. I mean, she's crushing it.
Yeah.
And she's 8 years old. So, I get to meet people like that. And then you put them in the paper. Oh man, the parents are happy. The grandparents are happy. It's, it's a thing. It's fun.
I got the picture up of you holding that pole. Guys, I want you to understand that pole. Can you zoom on that pole, honey? Can you zoom in on that?
I'll try.
Yeah. You got to see the work on this pole from an 8-year-old girl. Correct, Todd?
The one he's holding?
Yeah, the one he's holding. You could bring it up right there. You see that little work right there, honey?
Hold on.
Where she ties everything there? There, right there. Right here.
So just so you know, it's Rosie's Bait and Tackle. And we got together making this rod about, 5 or 6 months ago or something.
Right.
Obviously, I have a affection for the Grateful Dead, in case you hadn't noticed.
Yeah, of course.
So
yes.
That rod's got tie-dye print on it. They made their own Grateful Dead stickers and put them on there. It's all tie-dyed and made to look like a Grateful Dead themed rod, which is, it's just amazing. I'm totally humbled. And all the rods she builds, she names for flowers. So that rod she called the American Beauty, which is one of the Grateful Dead's, first really wonderful records, American Beauty, which is a rose, obviously. Sure. So Rosie made that rod for me, and she called it the American Beauty. And that fish I caught this morning. Oh, so that was that was the first fish. That was the first fish on the American Beauty.
Nice, nice, very nice.
I mean, how lucky am I to get to meet people like this? I went to a class there 2 weeks ago with some older guys. We're all tying flies, and there's an 8-year-old teaching people how to make cinder worms.
That's so cool, Todd. I really, nice. You really get involved, man, in the whole community, from writing about it to spreading the news to, making families feel better by posting pictures, because it is nice to see a picture in the paper of that person who caught, or whatever the picture is, when it's good. It's really nice when family members can see it in other parts of the state where they don't get, sure. Especially older folks. They're still getting the papers and stuff, and all of a sudden they see their grandson in there. It's a good feeling. I know that feeling. They put me in the town paper here once. I got interviewed down on Piedmont, and I didn't know if I was going to be in this. So one day I'm out, and I'm sorry, Todd, but I had the blower on at about 6:30 in the morning. You're not allowed to start till 7. But anyway,
I heard it.
Yeah,
I heard it at my house.
I believe you. So I had a neighbor who does his daily walkabout that time, and he stopped by and he goes, "Hey, I saw you in the paper." I was like, "What paper?" So he mentioned the town paper, and he goes, "I got the copy." So he brought it over. I have that saved somewhere. It's nice, Todd. It's a good feeling. I love reading newspapers and comic books, but I love reading newspapers. It got me out there, and I knew what was going on. At least I felt I knew what was going on, you know?
Well, I think we all obviously all know the heyday of newspapers is probably, print paper newspapers is probably fading. But because everybody's on the internet. But there is, when I lived in San Diego, we used to get on the headboats and go out looking for tuna and rock bass. And that's what you did in the morning. You bought the paper and you read the reports from the day after. And that's how you picked which boat you were going to go on because, and when you caught a fish in one of those headboats, man, they were on you. They measured it, they weighed it because they wanted to know to get it to the paper right away. So the next day it would make the fishing report. That happens now on the web. There's a lot of people that are way better than I am at that kind of stuff.
Right.
That's where it's at now.
No doubt about it. Obviously, from all the social media, it is on the web. All right, so let's do that giveaway right now, honey. You want to set up the board? Okay. So if you were in last week, if you left a comment on last week's live stream, you're pretty much in the competition. You just got to be here live. We're going to do that giveaway right now. So, again, we're going to do that beautiful Drunkies Lures, and you can find Drunkies Lures at mail.com. Check it out, Drunkies Lures at mail.com. You can put that down, honey? Yeah, at the end. All right. And also we got an Al's Goldfish. We'll have another 2 of those on the shows next week, along with some other giveaways also. And that's from Fish Wrap himself. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate you. That was real nice. And I got one of those for myself tonight also. So, honey, do you want to put it up?
Okay.
Go ahead. Let's spin it up.
Hang out with us, Todd, for a little bit while we do this.
Whatever you need, I'm all yours.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. This is the part.
All right, you could spin it.
Set it up.
Spin it now and you're all set. Why do you got to? Why does that happen now? It's not the same like it was before. All right, so spin it up now, and that's
Ready.
that. And go.
4, 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Grandpappy, you are the winner tonight. Yeah, buddy. Grandpappy's been a winner before, but Grandpappy does the grind here. Also, he's on the show weekly. Congratulations, Grandpappy, for that. Yeah, Grandpappy. You can put it up on the screen so they could see it.
Is he in the comment?
Yeah, he's in the comments. He's already up there.
Yay.
Let's fucking go, he said. That's right. I can curse once in a while. Excuse me. Excuse me for that. Sorry, YouTube. Congratulations, Grandpappy. That's a nice win, man. That Drunkies Lures, you let me know how that works. This gentleman sent them to me in the mail. I've never used these before, but I know Grandpappy will let me know. And I can guarantee you this, buddy, this lure is, his eyes are different than any other lure you've ever gotten. I can't wait for you to see these. Thank you for that, Drunkies. And back to Al's Goldfish. You get one of those, buddy. Remember, you can tie them off directly to your leader. Thank you, everybody, for coming to the show tonight. I saw you, Elizabeth McDonald, comment McGay. Hey, how you doing? Grandpappy, congratulations. Oski, it's already packed. It's going out tomorrow. I'm sorry for the delay. We've been so busy the last couple of weeks. Me between work and filling the pineapple glass is not an easy thing, thing to go in life. So, Poland spring water is a beautiful thing. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for coming. Todd, thank you so much. You were excellent. We'll have you back on the show again, that's for sure. When Todd comes out with his own version of the New York City Todd Daily News Daily, baby. Let's go. That's right. Thank you so much. It was wonderful having you. It's nice to hear the stories. And in those stories, I know none of them were ish. They were all true stories on that one, buddy.
If I can just say one more thing before you kick me to the curb here.
Yeah.
Part of the beauty of Fish Wrap is that it's people centered. We're all about the men and women who go fishing, but we've been able to cover a lot of big stories like public access. If people are out there and they're having issues with public access or being blocked from a spot where they go fishing, if people are putting rocks in front of access points, that kind of thing. I want to know about it because we've done a lot of work on public access and losing access. A lot of aquaculture farms have kind of moved into shallow waters where people have historically gone fishing or clamming, and we've done a lot of work on that. And a couple years ago, some people were keeping fishermen off the beach, and they sued, and I printed all their names and addresses in the paper just to let everybody know who the people were that were trying to keep fishermen off the beach. Right. So those kind of things are up. I mean, that's what Fish Wrap is all about. We're happy to, I want to dig into that.
I have to put you in touch. Also, Bill Jacobs, they have their association that helps on Access Beach. And I know Dylan Jewell also here. He's most of the time. He's probably busy tonight, but he also is on the board, right, honey? He's the president, I think, right? Dylan Jewell?
Oh, he's one of the directors.
One of the directors there at, to getting Beach access. So we have to get together with that and talk about it more. But Todd, thank you again so much. Thank you, everybody, for attending the Mr. Poseidon Show. If you haven't attended the show, please become a subscriber. I will be giving away a van stall. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Todd. See you next week. Who's on the show next week, honey?
With 401 plugs. Will.
That's right. Will is coming down. Also, he's coming down with... We had him on the show. Come on, Greg.
Oh,
GT
Godfather
Greg.
GT.
That's right. Godfather Greg. You got it. Guys, thank you so much, and see everybody next week. Yeah.